Hey guys, let's step into my new office. Here's a view from my office. Let's get into the video. What up, guys? Doordash, Santiago back at you with another vlog video. So, as you know, I'm not doing some rideshare now because my daughter was born. I'm taking some time off. I love it. So, the daily 4 p.m. videos aren't a thing right now, but I'm giving you guys some 10 p.m. daily content about news and what's going on and things that I hear about, and I share it with you guys so that you guys can be informed, and hopefully you don't see it for the first time out in the field, or you don't hear about it in a way that is completely just negative, right? I give you guys the real of what I understand, and after thinking about it, I try to break it down for you guys to give you guys the information. So, as you saw with the thumbnail, a couple days ago I did a video that a lot of people watched, and I was surprised as to how that was, but a really good subscriber sent me some screenshots and some information about the Chipotle Hub and many markets. I'm finding out now from other people in the comments and other emails I'm sending and research that I'm doing that this isn't just in one market, it's in a few. And I think they call it beta testing, whatever. DoorDash tests things out. And, I think that's common. They're going to test things out and then they'll see if it fits or not, and then it'll stay, go to other markets, or maybe they'll scrap it, right? But if you happen to be in one of those markets, or if you're not, and it could hit you, like I talked about a couple months ago on the 225 base pay that I was with, and I was one of the first people to report on that, and then it hit other markets, right? So even if it's not in your market now, the likelihood of it being there at some point is probably pretty high. So when you see these offers, and I'm going to show you guys a few in a minute, you'll know what to do. And the dollar per hour that they're guaranteeing will change. I've seen it $7, $9, $10. Some people are telling me they've seen 15, like in New York. So it depends on your market and the cost of living there and stuff like that. Okay. So I wanted to dig a little deeper into that because some new information has come out. Other people are talking about it, and I want to give you guys the latest and greatest. Let's get into it. Okay, before we get into it, don't forget, hit the thumbs up if you like this video and you got something from it. Hit a thumbs up if you got something. If you don't like it, give it a thumbs down. Let me know in the comment section either way if you think this is helpful, if it's been in your market. You guys can check out the video I did a couple days ago titled Doordash. I'll try to put it somewhere in here. Doordash base pay, or now giving hourly drivers, whatever. A lot of people have watched it, and I think it's, take it for what it is, right? But let's get into the topic of today's video. Okay, this is my opinion on things, and it's not facts. So when I say, oh, DoorDash is paying drivers hourly now, that's not going to be like what they're going to do necessarily. I don't know that. Okay, it's not going to be for all orders, but you're going to see orders like this pop up. The one I saw a couple days ago was $10. This one says 9. Chipotle Hub. From what I understand, this is Chipotle specific. I haven't heard of any other merchants that do it yet. Now, tell me in the comments if you guys know of others. The main things, obviously, 4.2 miles from store. So the blue icon is where the dasher is. Merchant, 4.2 miles for $9 plus customer tips. So what I'm saying and what we're reporting about is you're not just gonna make $9. You might though, if there's no tip. And we know a lot of DoorDash orders don't have tips. So it's a bit of a gamble, and that's where the trouble in lies. We gamble enough, but at least with other orders, right? It might say $9 for 4.2 miles combined, which was a normal order. Then you say, okay, I'm over $2 a mile. Not a bad order. I think about the merchant. Chipotle in your market, maybe it's good, maybe it's bad. You can make a decision to accept or decline, right? And you know that $9 could be more because they hide tips, but it's going to be at least $9, right? And it shouldn't take you that long. What this offer is showing us is they're going to guarantee you make at least $9. Okay? They're guaranteeing that. And if it takes you 30 minutes, it's $4.50. $4.50 for 30 minutes of work. Plus maybe a tip is trash, guys. Trash. Okay? I think I don't have facts to back it up. This is my opinion, and you dissect it and take it and make it your own. Who's to say these orders are the ones that don't have tips on them? Some of them probably will, but $9, Do you really want to spend, realistically, yeah, you could spend an hour. That's on the high end. But let's say you spend 30 minutes, 4.2 miles, right? From when you accept the offer, from when you drop it off. So 4.2 miles, let's say it takes you 8 minutes to drive there. Takes you 15 minutes to wait. We don't know where it's going. It could take you way out of your zone. Could take you 20 miles, 5 miles, 10 miles. This could easily go from 4.2 miles to, let's say, another 5. So now you're up to close to 10 miles for $9. So now you're under $1 a mile if there's no tip. We're gambling. They want us to gamble. I don't love that. The one thing I really like about the Doordash platform is we get to accept and decline what we want. We get to see mileage, which is fantastic. We get to see drop-offs. You can zoom in on a home. We get all this information to make an informed decision. I think it's a lot. Now, they hide tips, but if you've done it long enough and if you watch some of my videos and other content creators' videos, you know how to find the hidden tips. It's not hard. It's not rocket science. It's actually pretty easy if you put a little bit of math involved. I'll give you an example. This order's $9, right? And it tells me, say it's an old school $9, comes in $9, 4.2 miles. I'm on a $3 base pay in my market. I know that the tip is $6. I'm pretty confident the tip is $6, and it could go more, right? Depending on subtotal item count. Now, if I see it's Chipotle and it says 8 items, it's probably a $12 order. That's just what I know. It's going to be 11 or 12 bucks. So I can make that informed decision. With this, it doesn't tell me item count. It doesn't tell me where the drop-off is. Is it 2 zones away? Because DoorDash does that. So I just don't. This is my opinion. I do not recommend taking that order. 5 o'clock and it's 5:30. It's Friday at 5 p.m. I mean, come on. It's crazy, right? Now they could add another order to it, right? But you're still only making it $9. You follow me? They're paying you per hour, not per order. So while that other order that Chipotle could give you, because they can stack this, could garner you more in tips, they're paying you per hour. Remember that. So if the first one takes half an hour, it's $4.50. If the second one takes another half an hour or 10 minutes, maybe you're up to $6 or $9. It's still crap because both of them could possibly have no tip. Something to think about. Okay, once again, these are my opinions, but I'm using actual screenshots that were sent to me by multiple different people. So this isn't just like one person sending me something. I'm giving you guys the good information and also the bad scenarios. These are sent from me from a different person. Jared sent me the first one that I reported on the first video that a lot of you guys watched, and this one's from somebody else. They said I could use it for the community. I won't give names because they didn't say I don't want to use their name, but I'm going to show you exactly what this person sent me and how the final payout looks like if you have a Chipotle hub in your area. It's kind of like a message that he got, a pay update. Okay, so if you complete one of these and you see it as $9 an hour, after you do it, it's going to give you a breakdown, and I want to show you guys that. All right, so these that were sent to me seem to be really good ones. It's all market dependent. It's about how you want to run your business. What do you expect to make per hour? But these seem pretty good. So these came in as this. So it says I'll show you guys this first, and then I'm going to read it, okay? So this is a screenshot I got. I got a couple of them. I'm going to give you guys the rundown, okay? I'm going to read these to you guys, okay? You see at the bottom it says $23.05 per hour. I'm going to show you how they got to that number. So this is what was sent to this dasher after they did it. You completed 3 trips from Chipotle Hub that offered at least 9 per hour, okay? For each hour you spent delivering. So that's the scenario that I just showed you guys, right? Great work. You made more than the minimum after completing these deliveries, so enjoy your earnings. So that means there was tips on these, and we'll get into that. Below is a summary of your total earnings from this store, and this just happened on the 17th of this month, okay? You dashed 0 hours and 41 minutes on these orders. DoorDash pays $7.75. That's fantastic. That's great. You guys can see it. $7.75. Top up, $0. Top up means if they didn't get that $9, or like if they didn't achieve that $9, then it would add more. Is how I think of that, right? Tips, $8. So there was an $8 tip from the customer. So that brings the total for that particular, he did 3 of them? 3, yeah. It brings the tips on those 3 deliveries were $8 combined. That's how I think of that. Your total earnings, including tips, was $23.05 per hour you spent on these deliveries. Now, the $23.05 isn't what they made. They made the $7.75 plus the $8. That's $15.75, and they worked for 41 minutes. You guys catch me? So they're going to prorate it. Okay. And the second one, on the 20th, this particular dasher did 2 trips from Chipotle. Came in at $9 an hour on the offer screen. And it says you dashed 0 hours and 28 minutes. So we'll call that this is a 30-minute scenario. They did 2 trips. Doordash pay, $5 for 2. That seems like a regular stacked order, $2.50 a piece, at least in my market. Top up, 0. Tips, $3.30 for both. So 3 plus, that's $8.30. Yeah, $8.30 is what they made in half an hour. Not great. And then it says your total earnings included tips was $7.79 per hour. Slightly, it's like, you know, technically, yeah, it breaks down. It's because they spent 28 minutes. So if they double that, whatever, it'd be $17.79. But did they get anything after that, Chipotle? I mean, they could have got another whatever. It's just the average, guys. So this, on that particular one, they made $8.30 for 30 minutes of work for 2 orders. A stacked order, 2 orders, $8.30 is not great. But, you know, depending on your market and time of the day, I've done worse, right? And then he's got one more on the 21st. Same Chipotle, $9 an hour. Okay. These are real orders, guys. And this one was you dashed 0 hours and 15 minutes. This is 1 trip. So we had one that was 3, one that was 2, and then this one's 1. Okay. 15 minutes on 1 trip. That's about normal. It's about normal for me, probably normal for most of you guys, the amount of time you spend. There's no mileage on here though. Okay. I don't have that information. Doordash paid $2.50. That's a regular base pay. Top up, 0. Because there was a tip on there. So basically, if you don't see a tip, they're going to add a little bit of money. Tips was $3. So for this one order, for 15 minutes worth of work, they made $5.50. That comes out to be, for 15 minutes, $22 an hour. Right? Do the math. 5 times 4 is 20. 50 cents times 4 is $2, $22 an hour. Okay? So it's not that they made that $22. That's just what they average. That's what they're guaranteeing you, a minimum average of $9 an hour. Okay, so if this customer did not tip, this is a scenario. If they didn't tip, they're guaranteeing you $9. You spent 15 minutes. How much is Doordash going to pay you for that? So you take 9, half of that, $4.50. You half that again, it's $2.25 for 1 order. You guys following? They're guaranteeing you $9 an hour. If there's no tip on this order, it's $2.25 because it only took 15 minutes. If you times that $2.25 by 4, you get $9. I think my math's right. Yeah, $9. So do they want us? They want us to deliver these orders. They want every order to go through, guys. And I don't blame Doordash. I want every order to go through. But man, what a backwards way. Oh, we're going to guarantee you $9 an hour. Some people might think, oh, is that $9 per order? Because that's what I usually see on the offer screen. A little confusing. A little bit. It's not that much, but for some it might be. That's why I make these videos, so knowledge is power. $2.25, like, or it's not good. Okay. $9 per hour. Yeah, it's not good. You guys can see that right here. They made $5.50 on that order. Took them 15 minutes. Now, if they would have had identical orders and they did 4 of them, okay, if they did 4 of them, then yeah, they're going to be at $22 per hour. I would venture to say most of the time, if I do 4 orders in an hour, I'm making more than $22, guys. Most of you guys are as well. Most of us are going to average between I average 3.5 orders an hour. Sometimes I can do 4, But most of the time, those are like an $8, a $7, another 8, a 10. I'm up to 30 something in an hour. Okay. So thank you to this subscriber. You know who you are if you're watching this. If you've got more, I'll send them. If you want me to use your name and give you a shout out, I'll do that as well. But you didn't say I could, so I didn't want to do it. These are some great examples, guys, of actual dashers doing these, testing it out, and seeing what is what. I might do one as well when I start dashing. If you know, if it's an option, I might test it out. I don't know, because I've seen some of these can be decent, but I think overall it's a little scary to go into a store, okay, not know where the drop off's going to be. Because a lot of our business plans are based upon where's the drop off. Is it going to lead me into a desirable spot to get another order? Because let's say this 15-minute order, the mileage wasn't much. We know that. It's got to be 3 miles or less probably. And the wait time was pretty quick. But that 3 miles could take me 3 miles north, and maybe I don't want to be in that spot during a particular time of the day. And then I have to drive back or drive somewhere else to get that next order. So then that $5.50 I made, or the average of $22 an hour, it really starts to go down if I can't get one immediately. Something to think about. All right, guys, so in short, thank you for watching this video. Please give me your perspective in the comments below. Share them. You could check my About section of my channel page. Send me emails if you like. I read and look at all of them. And if it's something I think is going to be beneficial to the community, I'll share them. Knowledge is power. It's about knowing what options we have as independent contractors and making the right informed decision. Do I think all of these hub orders are going to be bad? No, I don't. Is there a little bit of gambling involved when doing these and accepting them? Absolutely, because you don't know the miles in the drop off. That's the biggest hang up. It's not even a $9 to $10 to $15 to $7 per hour or whatever. It's more about the mileage and not knowing where you're going. I like to have the control of saying I'm going to accept that because I like where it leaves me, or I'm going to decline it for I don't like where it leaves me, too many miles, don't like the merchant, whatever. Chipotle, like a lot of you guys have said and talked about, okay, in my market, it's not that bad. I've declined some, but I accept more and complete more than I decline. In your market, it might be really bad. And I'm sure the analytics and Doordash knows that. Chipotle has a lot of orders not being delivered, or a whole bunch of bags sitting there and customers getting cold food. So this is their way of trying to get these orders out by enticifying us with a guarantee per hour money, so that you know you're going to make at least that. But it's not that you're making $9, it's that you're going to average that per hour. Now, in that third scenario, if it took that dasher 1 hour, his pay would have went from $5.50 to $9, because the $3 tip would have been there, but then it would have added $6 in base pay for the time spent. You guys follow? Still, that is crap. $9 an hour is trash. Trash. I mean, come on. If you're making $9 an hour as a dasher, I would challenge you to adapt your strategy, do something else, watch some other videos on tips and tricks, take some chances, because $9 an hour is not going to be a sustainable income, because you've got your gas and your tax. None of that's being factored in. You wind up making you're making below minimum wage, okay, if that's the case. All right. You guys are fantastic. I hope this video helped you. Don't forget to subscribe. I got links here and all that kind of stuff. Watch the last video I did on this particular topic for a little bit of a different perspective. But I got some new information. I wanted to share it with you guys. Knowledge is power. And don't forget, these gig apps are great in a lot of ways. It allows us the flexibility to work when we want, accept what we want, decline what we want, and gives us the freedom and flexibility to be there for our families. But the biggest thing, and why I like it, okay, even though I might complain sometimes, I like it because it allows me to work on myself. It allows me to say, you know what, I'm not going to dash today because I'm going to work on my other business things. I'm going to make a YouTube video today. It gives me a lot of flexibility, okay, and I can set my price. As independent contractors, you can set your price and your value. So if you're in a market that $10 an hour is good for you and it's meeting your goals, kudos. If you're in a market where you got to make $30 an hour to meet your goals, do that. Either way, the opportunities are there for us, and that's why I like doing gig work, okay? And listen, bet on you, and you're already doing that by doing gig work and being a hustler. Set goals, monetary and life goals for this gig work, and do it one day at a time. You guys are fantastic. Positive vibes all day. I'll see you guys on the next video.